Hello everybody, welcome back to another video where I talk neurodivergency while playing a cozy game, notably Stardew Valley, and I hope you'll enjoy. I'm gonna ramble a bit, and today I'm going to talk about fidget toys. Yay! So, fidget toys, I've seen, of course, a lot of them, because obviously I'm on YouTube a lot, so I watch a lot of other people's videos as well, and I've seen a lot of people use a lot of different things, and I don't know, I'm just not sure if it's for me. Like, there are certain things I like, but whenever, maybe it's just me, probably just me, but the thing is, whenever I go and get a fidget toy, there is this part of me that feels like, I don't really need it. I think that's more of a fact of being diagnosed, or in this case self-diagnosed, at a later age. Like if you're a kid and you get the diagnosis, so to speak, or your parents suspect that there might be something neurodivergent about you, or you just find yourself drawn to fidget toys, like you're in this age where having toys, playing with toys is acceptable. And I'm over 40, so if I go to the toy store and I grab a bunch of fidget toys, I almost have to pretend that they're not for me. Otherwise, I'm going to be like super embarrassed. At least that's how I feel about it. Pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, you shouldn't be embarrassed, but it's just something that's like inside of me that has a lot to do with as well the bullying that I have gone through, where people would pick on everything about me and all the interests that I had. And then if I have something of a fidget toy, I'll use this for a couple of days, maybe. And then it kind of disappears after a while. But it can also just be that I don't really know what type of fidget toy would work best for me. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there right now with those little pop things and stuff that's squishy and things like that. And those are just not for me in general, because I hate noises. I don't like things that bulge out. Kind of gross. I saw one the other day where you basically have this like a silicone, not a silicone, yeah, maybe it is silicone, some very weak stuff anyway. They like make it in shell shapes or other shapes, and then you put all these little trinkets and things in there, and then you have to pick it apart. And I was like, oh, the sound that's making is just, ugh. Like I have auditory sensitivity, so anything that's like sounding sticky or some other way icky, like I cannot do ASMR, just not for me. Just really sensitive to sounds. But yeah, things like that I just cannot do. And I've seen things like the Chinese finger trap type thing with the marble inside. You can like move that back and forth. I've had fidget spinners, obviously, when that was a craze. I've had a fidget cube for a while. I still have a couple of those slugs. Well, I do like the sound. I don't know, it just seems like a lot of work. I think I fidget more with my own hands or something. Like I'll always be wringing in my hands or picking at my nails or picking at my mouth as well when I feel like there's a little bit of loose skin, picking at my skin in general. Like these are the things you want to kind of avoid doing by using a fidget toy. But at the same time, I also can't bring myself to bring a fidget toy to work, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to go sit there with that rainbow-colored slug and start playing with that whenever I need something to do with my hands. Like, they already think I'm weird and that I'm kind of standoffish, and then I start pulling out these toys, and I'm like, okay, that kind of seals the deal, so to speak, so I don't think I'll be doing that. So I would find, or want to find, something that is office-friendly, is not going to annoy anybody. Like, I'm not going to be clicking a pen because I hate that personally, but other people hate that too. Just something that is something that you can use at the office, doesn't draw any attention, and doesn't annoy anyone. I think if I could find something like that, and then I need to figure out what exactly it is that I'm looking to do while fidgeting. Like, currently it's a lot of picking at things, so it would need to be something I could pick at maybe. What's office friendly that you can pick at? Because I'm not much of a scribbler, like some people like do little drawings whenever they're making notes and stuff like that. I don't see myself doing that either. It would have to be something like that to also combat the fact that I just don't feel like me as a 45-year-old should be bringing rainbow-colored anything to work, because I have that hang-up about that. But also it should be something that is kind of like stealthy. Like I said in the previous video, I don't need people to focus on me, so if I'm bringing something in that looks like, oh hey guys, I have this thing that I like to use whenever I'm stressing out, then that's kind of like a way of drawing attention, and that's the last thing I want to do. I'm not drawing attention to myself, because that is something that I'm also trying to avoid. I'm avoiding a lot, actually. So we got a lot to work on there, I suppose. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of looking around to see what I could bring that would not be an issue if I played around with it. I could maybe bring some hair ties to kind of like pull on or something, like not on my wrist. I hate that sensation. I'm hyposensitive to a lot of things, but the fact or the feeling of a hair tie cutting into my wrist, I really hate that. I do not want that. Don't want anything tight around my wrist. So I guess I'm like hyposensitive in most areas, but hypersensitive in other areas. I don't know. It's a discovery, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I can do that would be good for me, that would be office friendly. Because the current selection that I've seen so far is just not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. I need something else. So if you guys have some type of experience with that, like if you work in an office and you have something that you like to fidget with that is office friendly, or just a regular office supply that you could maybe do something with stealthily, then I would love to hear that. It would have to be something that doesn't make a noise and doesn't look weird while you're doing it, because I don't want to draw any attention. And you could say, well, maybe you shouldn't be upset when people look your way, but I'm trying to avoid people getting more annoyed with me than they already are, so that's kind of like my reasoning behind that, so. Which is also part of my masking, because I don't want people to think that there's something like different about me anyway, even though they do notice something. I'm trying to be as normal and as unassuming as possible, so sitting by my desk with a fidget spinner is just not going to be it. Anyway. If you have any suggestions, make sure to put that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about fidget toys. Do you use a bunch of them or not? And if so, why not? Maybe you have similar hang-ups to myself. This is a completely open and free comment section. I hope people will not come for you if you have a differing opinion about fidget toys. In the meantime, hope you'll have a nice day. I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. And bye-bye for now.